Awesome. All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us again. So today we're going to start again by talking about an article, and then we're going to go through kind of an aerobic exercise and warm up, and then into some power moves and cool down. So to start, the article that we'll discuss is called Long-Term Effects of Exercise and Physical Therapy in People with Parkinson's Disease. So I liked this article because they looked at a long-term follow-up. So a lot of studies have kind of a pre-test and a post-test, but maybe not quite as long of a follow-up. And so in this study, it was a systematic review where they looked at other randomized controlled trials, and they only included them if they were a study that involved some sort of therapeutic exercise intervention, and then had at least a 12-week follow-up afterwards to check in again and see how everybody that participated in the study was doing. And so because of kind of the parameters that they were looking at, they're able to say what the long-lasting effects were. So like I said, there was a minimum of a 12-week follow-up afterwards. And then I'm just going to read some of the key points that the exercise found, or that the study found, that I think are kind of motivating to do an exercise routine. So the first one is that most progressive strength and aerobic endurance training programs, so working on strength training and also aerobic endurance training, so like cycling, positive effect that lasts for at least 12 weeks after completing the program. So at least 3 months of continued from that. Also extended progressive strength training, improved muscle strength for up to 24 months. So 2 years of increased muscle capacity following strength training. Balance training improved balance, gait, and mobility, and reduced falls for up to a year after completion of a treatment program. Gait training improved gait performance and walking capacity for up to 6 months after training. They also looked at some other studies that included Tai Chi and dance. And so they found that Tai Chi and dance both improved balance, and Tai Chi reduced fall frequency for up to 6 months following the training. And then last key point here is that a training period of at least 6 months was effective for achieving a clinically meaningful improvement in the UPDRS-3 scores. So the UPDRS is that assessment that your neurologist does that involves like, do this 10 times as big and as fast as you can, open and close, the walking assessment, and also where they pull you backwards and see if you can take a step. So the UPDRS motor assessment improved after about 6 months of treatment and exercise protocol. So I thought that was kind of motivating because of all the long-lasting effects, but also that doesn't mean exercise for 6 months and then you don't have to exercise again, because there was still a decline after stopping exercise, but they didn't return back, the participants didn't return back to their baseline in the long term for a little while. So good effects from exercise. All right, so Christine and Corey are gonna lead us through an aerobic kind of warm up here.
All right, so I'm Christine.
I'm Corey.
This is Corey. So today we're gonna be really working on the aerobic component that Jesse was just talking about. So our goal today is really trying to get our heart rates up. We're gonna combine, amplitude into it, strength, and a little bit of dual task ability. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and show you all of the intervals that we're going to be doing. They're going to be 30 seconds each, and we're going to be cycling through. The first exercise that we're going to do is a seated march. So I'll do them in seated, and then Corey will show them in standing. So what you want to do is you want to get your fingers nice and spread out, and you're going to be doing a big march up and down. That's going to be our first exercise. I want those fingers spread apart because we're sending amplitude all the way through the fingertips. Then the next one is going to be an overhead reach with a kick out. So when you reach your arms up, I want you to add this like finger flick at the end, and you're going to kick your legs out, and you're just alternating sides with the legs. So you'll feel this in your hamstrings if you have some tight hamstrings. And then the next one is just looking at dual task ability. So you're going to have your feet a little bit closer together. It's going to be a snap, a clap, and a side step. Snap, clap, side step. I'm going to do it at a certain rhythm. Snap, clap, side step. But while you're doing it, if you feel like you can increase your speed, then go for it. We'll get a 30-second break, and then we're going to do the next one, which is a twist and a punch. We'll come back to the middle, twist and a punch.
Twist.
Then we'll switch to an overhead reach. So you're gonna bring your forearm down to your leg, you're gonna big reach up and over. And then we'll finish out with a jumping jack. So we'll do it in a seated and a standing. You're gonna bring both arms out and then together. Try and add that flick with those fingertips at the end there as well. Okay, we're gonna do 30 seconds of each of these and we're going through it 3 times. So I'm gonna start my timer here and we're going with this seated march. So fingers extended. And like I said, we're going for 30 seconds, but you can pick the speed that you wanna do it at. And for those higher level folks, if you wanna go for a jog, you can try to for that 30-second period.
And if you need to have a chair next to you for your balance, you can do that as well.
All right, we're going that overhead reach and kick. Add that big finger flick at the top. And working on those hamstrings, you're thinking, can I get my knee to get straight?
And if this is tough on your balance, again, have a chair next to you or don't kick as high. Safety is key.
Yes. Good. All right, feet together. We got that snap, clap, side step. Snap, clap, side step. And keep up with the rhythm if you can. Snap, clap, side step. In seconds. Can we go faster?
Nice job, everyone.
We'll give everybody a quick break, 30 seconds, and then we're gonna start off with that big twist and a punch. You're imagining like a punching bag at the end of your fist, and you're getting big rotation through your spine.
And remember, if you're in standing too, you can push off your back leg just as you would if you were really trying to generate power here.
All right, here we go. Let's go the left first. Sure. Punch. And as always, make sure you're breathing. We are halfway through this twist and punch. 5 seconds, and then we're doing overhead reach. Whew. All right, reaching up and over. And then if you think that you can increase your speed with this one, you can, but I like to go slow because it feels good. Good stretch.
Remember to activate your core musculature for this one too.
5 seconds, and then we got those jumping jacks. Woo. All right, feet together. Oh, there we go. So out, together. Corey's gonna go fast because she's in this standing position. But
if this is too hard for you, you can also do kind of a step out. So 1 foot at a time instead of that jump, and still work on that speed.
This is good for your core too. Woo! All right, 30-second rest here. Grab a sip of water. Pat yourself down with the towel. And we're gonna start back with that seated march. Really think amplitude. Knees high. All right, we are going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees high, fingers extended. And then if you feel like you can go faster, go for it. Give yourself that added aerobic challenge. 5 5 seconds here. Good. So overhead reach, kicking out with your leg. Finger flick at the top. Finger flick. And then again, as Corey mentioned before, if you need a chair and standing, you can always have one close by. 5 seconds. Woo. All right. Snap, clap, side step. Yeah, clap, side step. This is challenging. Gotta remember the sequence. And if you can increase your speed, you go for it. Woo. And if that last one is hard for you, on the next round, try maybe just doing the snap clap part or just the side step and see if you can break them apart if doing it together is too difficult. All right, we got 14 seconds of a rest here. And then we're going right back into that punch with the twist. So again, it's not just your arms moving to the side with that whole body behind you. Oh. I shouldn't have worn a long sleeve. Everybody looks good, so I can see. Amplitude all the way through the motion. We got 5 seconds here. Good. All right, we got the overhead reach. Try and think of your hand kind of coming up and over your head and not just right in front of you. Big reach, up and over. 5 seconds here, and then we're doing those jumping jacks again. Woo! All right, up, together. Extending those fingers. And then, as Corey mentioned, you can always just do the stepping out to the side if the whole jump is too challenging. 5 seconds, and then we get a break. Whew. Nice job. Awesome job, everybody. Looking good. This is the last time we're going to cycle through this. We're doing all of those one more time. How's everybody doing? Thumbs up if we're doing good.
You see a lot of thumbs up.
All right.
And I'm just, because I'm not doing it this time, I get to watch everyone and you're doing a great job.
All right. Big march. Driving those knees up towards your chest. What can also be hard is that kind of reciprocal arm swing.
Open those hands up, Marilyn. There you go. Nice job.
3 seconds, and then we're reaching and kicking. All right, big reach, big kick. Finger flick at the top. Extending those fingers. And then challenging that hamstring length if we can carry this straight. Struggling a little bit there. All right, 5 seconds, and we're doing the snap, clap, side step. All right, here we go. Snap, clap, side step. See, we might try to speed it up, Corey, for last one here. Snap, clap, side step. Snap, clap, side step. Look great. right, 30 seconds rest. If you're struggling with that, just practicing can make it easier. Because I think last class I was uncoordinated with that one. All right, so 15 seconds for twisting with a big push. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nice job. I'm seeing some big amplitude movements. Good rotation, Judy. That looks great.
We're halfway there with this one. 4 seconds. Woo! All right, big overhead reach. Up and over. Woo. Halfway there, and then we're gonna finish with the jumping jacks. Woo. All right, ready? Arms and legs out, then together. Finger flicking at the top with those hands. Seconds, everybody. Almost there. Nice job. Awesome job, everybody. Yeah, I like the overhead reach from somebody in the background. Nice job. I know I've got a little perspiration going on. So hopefully you guys did too. It looked great from everybody that I could see. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna run through some power moves. I'll do them in sitting, Corey will do them in standing. So we're gonna do 2 sets of 10, and then we'll flow through it one more time, and we're gonna hold the positions for a little bit longer for that nice kind of passive stretch to end our workout for the day. So if you've joined us before, probably know what these are, but we'll go ahead and demonstrate again. So for those in the seated position, power up. You're gonna have your legs nice and wide, hands on your thighs. You're gonna lean forward, and then you're gonna come up into a nice tall seated position. Again, you want those fingers extended, elbows extended.
And if you're standing, it's very similar. You're gonna bend your knees as far as comfortable. You're gonna reach forward, stand up, reach those arms and shoulder blades back together, and open your fingers.
Yep. And then for those in seated, this next one looks very familiar because we just did it in our interval. It's that power rock. So you're gonna bring your arm down towards your leg. You're gonna reach up over your head. If you want that added challenge in a seated position, you can try and get your hand to touch the floor and do a big, big reach. Then we're gonna come to the middle, hand to the floor or to the knee.
And in standing, it's just a little bit different. So I'm actually gonna push off my left side and reach out towards my right. And then come back down, same thing here. So if you can shift your weight all the way over to give yourself an added balance challenge, you can. If you need a chair in front of you or close by to help you get more weight shifting, feel free to do so.
All right, the next one's the twist. So our legs are out wide still, our hands are out by our side, fingers are extended. We're doing a whole body turn. I'm gonna bring my left hand to meet my right. I'm trying to get my hands to touch, and I am pivoting on this back leg. Then we're gonna open back up, head up, chest up, and then a huge turn to the other side.
For my standing group, all the same cueing applies that Christine just went over. We are just in a standing position. So same thing here. You want to make sure that you're rotating with your hips and getting that full rotation.
And then the last one, power step. We're gonna start with our feet together, hands on our thighs. You're gonna lean forward. You're gonna take a big step out to the side and then a big step back to the middle. We're gonna alternate.
Same thing goes in standing. Start with your feet closer together instead of that wide stance. Take a big step out. Try to get your weight over into your knee. Reach your arm out and then come back.
Okay, here we go. We got 10 reps in each position, then we'll break and we'll do it again. We're gonna focus on trying to increase our speed just a little bit here, but don't let that amplitude deteriorate because of it, okay? So legs out wide, hands on your lap. We're gonna come forward and you're gonna sit up nice and tall for 1. Coming down, 2. Everybody count out loud. 3, big voice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. All right, doing the rock this time. Arms coming down. Ready? Big reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, here we go with the twist. Arms out, fingers out. Ready? Here we go. 1, open. 2, open. 3, 4. Everybody counting still. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. All right, power step. Bringing our feet closer together. Stepping out to the side. Right leg first. Ready? 1. Together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Good work.
Don't forget to count with that big voice matter. All right, we're going back to the beginning with that power. All right, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo, my hair's getting crazy. I'm working so hard. All right, we're gonna start with the reach. We're gonna do it right. Yeah. All right, ready? Here we go. 10 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Okay. Next one, twist. Arm. 1, open. 2, open. 3. Good job, guys. 4, 5, 6.
Good job, Gloria. That looks great.
8, 9, 10. Woo.
Nice job.
All right, power step, feet together. Big step with the right foot first. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Nice job, everyone. That was a really good job. Everybody's moving quick too. Nice big amplitude. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna run through those, but we're gonna hold the positions a little bit longer so that we get a nice big stretch out of everything. So the first one, I'll have you have your feet apart just like in that power up. And I'm just gonna have you lean forward. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna kind of shift your weight. We'll go to the left first, and then we'll go to the right, and we're just really trying to open up those hips. Tight.
And then in standing, we can do a similar motion. So you can come down here and push through your shoulders. You're just in a supported squat position. There you go. So same move.
All right, so we're gonna come down. We're turning to the left. And let's just do like 5 nice deep breaths. Really trying to expand the belly. Starting to slow our heart rate down a little bit from all that aerobic work. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to switch sides. So now we're coming to the right, pushing that left leg kind of behind us. Nice deep breaths here for a 5 count. And then we're gonna come back up. Okay, so the next one's that overhead reach. We've done it a bunch, but now we're just gonna hold it. So I'll go to the right first, my arms down, and I'm reaching up over my head. And a seated one.
And for my standing group, we're gonna change it up and go the same direction, okay? So just as Christine's doing it, we're gonna reach our left arm overhead towards the right.
All right, everybody, we're gonna hold this. 5 deep breaths, really feeling the stretch all on that left side. Good, we'll come back up. And then same thing the other direction. Big reach up and over. And try not to collapse forward. You're really trying to look up at the sky. Arm over your head. Making sure we're breathing, don't hold our breath.
In the standing group, you can put your opposite arm on your leg and really kind of work through pushing your hip over. That'll give more of a stretch.
All right, and then we're gonna come up to the seated position. So we're doing the twist this time, and you're gonna bring your left hand towards your right. And then what I want you to do is I want you to see, can you twist even farther back behind you? And you're gonna try nice deep breaths for 5 again.
Same applies in standing. Make sure you're following your arms with your head. So once you know what you're doing, try not to look at the screen. Try to look at your hands, your fingers.
Good, and we're gonna open back up to the middle. And then we're gonna do a big turn again. And then going back even farther. Good. And then we'll come back to the middle. And then there's the step. How do you want to do the step in standing, Corey? We do the same thing.
We'll step out to the side instead of twisting your foot so it's pointed opposite of you. Let's keep it parallel to your other foot. And then sink down in your hip. You should feel a little bit of stretch into your adductors or your inner thighs.
Oh, try that. Well, let's try the same thing in sitting. So I'm gonna step out to the side with my right foot and then get your left leg nice and long if you can. And then you're gonna kind of sink over towards that right leg. And we'll do 5 deep breaths. I feel that. Ooh. Good, we're gonna come back up. So now we'll kind of step out with that left foot, but that right leg is gonna be out to the side nice and straight. We're gonna lean on over towards that left leg. 5 deep breaths. Good, we'll come back. So we're gonna do that one last time. This time I want you to think with every exhale, can you go a little bit farther into your stretch? So it's really important that we're breathing while we're stretching, because as you exhale, you'll notice it has a little bit more room. So we'll go the power up again. Your legs are nice and wide, hands on your thighs here. Let's turn, we'll go left side first.
So in standing, you're gonna sink down into that mini squat, whatever you can hold, and then same thing, pushing your shoulders in.
So every exhale, can I go a little bit deeper into my stretch? Good. Coming back up, turning to the other side. Pushing that left leg back. Each exhale, can I go a little bit more? Good. And then we're coming up. We're gonna do the big reach to the right first. Every exhale, can we go a little bit more? Good. And then we're coming back. Other side. Same thing, arm up over our head. This is one of my favorite stretches.
I was gonna say, you look really flexible right now, Christine.
Yeah, all right, and then we're coming back up. Arms out to the side. This is the twist, so we're gonna bring our left hand towards our right. Like Corey said, make sure your eyes and head follow your arms, and you're gonna go back to the right if you can. Coming back to the center. Right hand towards the left. And breathing for a 5 count. This one's hard not to hold your breath on, so make sure we're trying to breathe. Okay, and then the last one, right? Yeah. So get the right leg just stepping out to the side. That left leg you're trying to get nice and straight, and then you're gonna lean into that right side. 5 deep breaths again. Good. Coming up. Last stretch of the day, guys. Stepping out with that left leg. That right leg is out long. We're lunging over. 5 deep breaths again. Awesome job. Whew. Good. I hope everybody feels a little bit looser after that pretty demanding little aerobic exercise there. And we definitely got more time to stretch this session, which we haven't in the past. So hopefully everybody leaves today feeling a little bit, one, like they accomplished something and feeling a little bit looser.